A liar should have a good memory. Everything that has a beginning comes to an end. While we are making up our minds as to when we shall begin, the opportunity is lost. Forbidden pleasures alone are loved immoderately. When lawful, they do not excite desire. For the mind is all the easier to teach before it is set. A laugh, if purchased at the expense of propriety, costs too much. Fear of the future is worse than one's present fortune.
He who speaks evil only differs from his who does evil in that he lacks opportunity. It seldom happens that a premature shoot of genius ever arrives at maturity. Though ambition in itself is a vice, yet it is often the parent of virtues. To my mind, the boy who gives least promise is one in whom the critical faculty develops in advance of the imagination. Our minds are like our stomachs. They are whetted by the change of their food, and variety supplies both with fresh appetite. Where evil habits are once settled, they are more easily broken than mended. When defeat is inevitable, it is wisest to yield. While we are examining into everything, we sometimes find truth where we least expected it. We excuse our sloth under the pretext of difficulty. That which prematurely arrives at perfection soon perishes. The prosperous cannot easily form a right idea of misery. Without natural gifts, technical rules are useless. It is worthwhile to warn the teacher that undue severity in correcting faults is liable at times to discourage a boy's mind from effort. Nature herself has never attempted to effect great changes rapidly. Those who wish to appear wise among fools, among the wise seem foolish. The perfection of art is to conceal art. Vain hopes are like certain dreams of those who wake. It is fitting that a liar should be a man of good memory. A laugh costs too much when bought at the expense of virtue. It is the nurse that the child first hears, and her words that he will first attempt to imitate. Verse satire indeed is entirely our own. The gifts of nature are infinite in their variety, and mind differs from mind almost as much as body from body. The pretended admission of a fault on our part creates an excellent impression. When we cannot hope to win, it is an advantage to yield. Consequently, the student who is devoid of talent will derive no more profit from this work than barren soil from a treatise on agriculture. Nothing is more dangerous to men than a sudden change of fortune. Men, even when alone, lighten their labors by song, however rude it may be. In almost everything, experience is more valuable than precept. To swear, except when necessary, is becoming to an honorable man. We must form our minds by reading deep rather than wide. Whilst we deliberate how to begin a thing, it grows too late to begin it. As regards parents, I should like to see them as highly educated as possible. And I do not restrict this remark to fathers alone. Though ambition itself be a vice, yet it is oftentimes the cause of virtues. It is much easier to try one's hand at many things than to concentrate one's powers on one thing.